I'm already crying from my own video and everything. I didn't bring tissue. Okay. Hi. How lucky we are to be here in the same room together. And what a beautiful way we are showing ourselves that we matter. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Leading Moms for having me here tonight. To all of you speaking, to all of you who have taken time out of your schedules, come here straight from work, dropped off the kids at the grandparents', gotten sitters, or switched shifts with your husband. Thank you for sharing this time. We all know how hard it is to take energy out of our lives, specifically our schedules as moms. We wake up and we think, what do we need to do today? And with that, really take the time to thank yourselves and to celebrate you coming here, because that energy is so precious and you don't even really realize it until it's gone. As I look around this room, I'm humbled by the authenticity and the unique group of women, some men, who surround me. The woman I was a year ago would have never imagined I would be on this stage. I went to my first Leading Moms in November of 2018, last year, not long ago. And I sat where all of you are, and I thought to myself, man, these women are so powerful, and their stories are so inspiring. Who am I? My story started in 2006. I was a brand new registered nurse straight out of college, working at BGH, caring for other people. And 6 months after starting my career, I was diagnosed with metastatic papillary thyroid cancer. Okay, well, nurse, taking care of people. Okay, so now I'm on the other side of the coin. I'm on the other side. I'm on the other side of something that I never knew I would ever be. If you're familiar with thyroid cancer, you might hear physicians or other people say it's the good type of cancer to have. Think about that. It's a complete pile of shit. On May 16th, 2006, my life changed. I lost my thyroid to cancer. That small butterfly-shaped gland in your throat that helps you regulate your temperature, helps you with your metabolism, helps you with your digestion, helps you with your skin, hair, nails, brain function, like all the things that you need to be alive. I lost that. I take a pill every day to supplement it. In addition, 48 out of 50 lymph nodes that were removed from my neck, my first surgery, were cancerous. This led me to treatment, radioactive iodine treatment. I basically was radioactive, like nuclear. And I needed to be away from my family and my friends. And to say the least, my life was turned upside down. I had no idea how to cope. How was a 23-year-old to cope with such a traumatic life event when she had never even broken a bone, never been hospitalized, never had to be away under general anesthesia, nothing? Now, I only have a limited time of minutes to talk, so I won't bore you with all the details because there are so many. But throw a toxic relationship into the mix, trying to learn how to adult, leaving home, moving out for the first time at the age of 23, then getting cancer and making all sorts of life mistakes, forgetting about people who cared, forgetting about my parents, forgetting about my sibling, forgetting about friends, and being thrown into something that I didn't know how to cope with. In a nutshell, my life was insanely chaotic, and I had no way of handling it. As I stand here before you, I've just celebrated a momentous occasion. It's been 13 years since I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer for the first time. And it's been 7 months since my naturopath sat me in his office and said that I was cancer-free. Now, I am extremely proud to say that I am a wife, I am a sister, I am a cousin, a niece, a mother of 2, and a friend. And the co-founder of a new, soon-to-be, nonprofit organization called Thyroid BC. Looking back at this insanely chaotic life, there was something to be learned. I kept failing lots. However, through it all, I kept on living the best way I knew how. While making mistakes, saying I'm sorry, crying, laughing, trying to smile. It was a lot. I have heard so many women around me say that they're so tired. I have learned so much. I'm one of them. I'm insanely tired. Like, I can't tell you how much sleep I need. And I remember being a child and my brother used to say, like, you sleep so much, what's wrong with you? I kind of figure maybe there was a connection, but who knows? I had a supportive family and friends and network around me, but deep down inside, I knew that there was something that I needed to do. There was more to my life than just grappling at living. Trying to get back to a career that was taking so much of me because I was taking care of so many others. Multiple leaves of absence, and dealing with the anxiety and the depression. The anxiety and the depression were so crippling that I also felt like I did not want to live anymore. I would throw pillows at my naked son in the hallway because he peed his bed 2 times in a row because, well, he's a kid, and I thought that, you know what, you shouldn't be doing that. I never wondered why me, though. After everything, I always said, why not me? Why did cancer keep creeping into my life, not once, but 5 times? And then I thought, actually, I always think, I kept on surviving, again and again. I honestly never knew how strong I was until I was tested time and time again. I look around the room here today and think to yourself, I look around the room here today and I know that each and every one of you has gotten up again and again. When life, as you knew it, felt like it was kicking you down. My spirit was tested over and over and over again. And now I know that there was a great lesson to be learned. The infinite power that I had inside me and that all of you have inside of you, it was learning to get bigger and better. So now you see there's so much to be learned about my story. But for me, the major thing was to learn about how I could take those negatives and turn them into positives. How I could take all the tears, all the fights, all of the questions, all of the fears. How could I take that and turn it into a positive and turn it into something that I could give back to the people that helped me, to the people that cheered me on, to the people that loved me, and to those who didn't even know me? Over the course of the 13 years, there was a lack of evidence, there was a lack of awareness, there was a lack of advocacy for people with thyroid disease, thyroid cancer, autoimmune disorders, etc. I started to wonder why. Why was there such a lack of awareness when such a topic is so large in the female community, in everywhere, in Canada? Ultimately, I started sharing my story. And through that, I figured out one thing that I needed to do. It was to help people. After leaving my career as a registered nurse, I thought that was it. I was just going to be a stay-at-home mom, and now things have changed immensely. I started to meet people who heard my story, and they started telling me how they were so tired all the time. And ultimately, they were diagnosed with thyroid disorder, an autoimmune disorder, or thyroid cancer. This is where Thyroid BC came to fruition. I started sharing my story, and it made sense. The people that I connected with not only connected on a thyroid level, they connected on something far deeper. They needed support, and they needed help, and they needed attention because they were suffering in silence. What we have come up with is a community and an organization that is going to give back to people like me. Together with my co-thriver and co-cancer survivor, Angela, we endeavor now to take our painful stories and turn them into something far more productive. We endeavor to take our stories and give the people that need it empathy and compassion. Thyroid BC is an organization that meets once a month at the moment. We meet face-to-face at Waves Coffee House. And we give people who are across BC the opportunity to video conference in so that they can be included. Thyroid BC is an organization that is going to grow. There are too many people out there who are suffering. We have learned quickly that thyroid diseases and cancers fall under one umbrella. We are tired, we are fatigued, we have brain fog, we have to miss work, we can't take care of our children. There's something wrong with that. So, we have all learned quickly together, and it is something that has made my life more meaningful. Something that has given me reason to celebrate. Celebrate waking up every day. Celebrate having a bed to make. Celebrate being able to get up and exercise. Celebrate being able to open my eyes. Now, after listening to my story, I ask you to take a moment to think of one person, two people, or even maybe it's yourself. Think of that person and think about what they need, how they need support. Thyroid BC is just here to support them, and it's here to support you. So in closing, I would like to thank you again for having me here. It's been a pleasure.